gentlemen, welcome to Supernatural Selection. I'm your host, Kevin the Bastard. With me this week are Mike the Skeptic. Mike, how are you?
Okay, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's the state fairs in town, and I was going to go tonight, but friends got sick, so
so your parents are back?
What? No.
Your parents are back?
Oh, God damn it. No, I get it. I've got stories about some carnies. They're coming into the store.
No. My parents weren't weird enough to be carnies.
That's true. Actually, I liked your parents for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good people.
But no, so I didn't get to go get a corn dog or a cinnamon roll the size of my head.
Literally the size of your head.
Well, not that big. My head's pretty big.
You do have a big old
head.
I
think I would have like quadruple diabetes from eating a cinnamon roll the size of my head.
And you'd also have hydrocephalitis, or the cinnamon roll would have hydrocephalitis.
Yes.
And we also have, after that derail, Mr. David Davis. David, how are you today?
I'm upset that my joke about Mike being raised by carnies wasn't landing as well.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've been dealing with carnies all week, dude.
We've been selling alcohol to carnies all week, literally.
It must have been a really good week at the store then.
It's not, kinda.
Sometimes.
It depends on if they get. We are the closest liquor store, probably.
I wouldn't say we're the closest, but we're definitely the straightest shot.
Yeah.
And the biggest, of course.
Yeah. Real quick thing about that, though. Like, do you remember Kids in the Hall?
No, I do not remember Kids in the
Hall. Kevin, we're old.
Yeah. Well, do you remember the chicken lady from the Kids in the Hall?
No, he doesn't. Oh.
Lady came in from Michigan, and she talked just like that. And she's like, "Oh, how much is the yellow one? Is it better? How about the 99 shots?" I kept doing this voice to Gage. Now he's scarred for life. So, anyway, yeah. Well, I'm sorry about that joke, but you've got plenty of chances to redeem yourself.
I can't say I knowingly served any carnies, but how are their hands?
Very small.
Are they very tiny?
Very small hands. And we also have a special guest this week. We have Andy, Darth Plato himself, host of Flagged for Content and a member of our own Discord. So fond of asking his questions. Andy, how are you tonight, buddy?
I'm doing well, man. I'm not gonna lie, I had a hard time not just coming in with a weird carny voice and going, Michael. I'm trying to guess and this Lost in the Carnival bit, but yeah. I'm doing well, man. I'm excited to be on.
Well, we're excited to have you again. This is honestly not really like a payback for me being on your show, but
payback. Okay.
Well, you know,
quid pro quo,
quid pro quo, Clarice. But you know, I'm just excited to have other people on every now and again. And I'm glad you got to be on here, dude.
Yeah, man, I have been, long time listener, first time caller, the usual. And I've been listening to you guys since day one, and it's exciting to kind of hear the show grow, and then finally get a chance to hopefully not hurt that growth.
Nah, it's gonna be fine.
So Andy, let's get to the real meat of the issue here.
Sure.
Why am I your favorite?
Okay, so here's all right. So most well spoken, I'll give you that. No.
Now let's ask the serious questions. Now I know the answer, but believer or skeptic?
Definitely more on the skeptic side. Yeah.
All right, Mike, you got someone here with you this time.
Yeah.
I've got a friend in him.
Exactly. I identify with you so often on this podcast. When you're just like, yeah, but fucking really? Like that? Come on.
Yeah, that.
I find myself sighing along with you for the most part. Yeah.
And there are times I do that as well, but still.
Oh, sure.
So
I will say I want to believe. I am much like Mulder.
Oh yeah, no. And I really, really want to believe, but you got to be careful.
I got a high threshold, yeah.
Now, before we get into any kind of Week in Weird stuff, which, ladies and gentlemen, it's Week in Weird this week. Andy, what would you say is your favorite subject of the paranormal from the stuff you've maybe read about yourself or that you've learned of from our humble little podcast?
Oh man, I don't know. Honestly, my favorite stuff is probably any kind of like alien encounters or any kind of
good.
extraterrestrial. Yeah, because like that's the one thing that I do believe does exist,
Right.
and in some form. So, do I believe they've been here and contacted a lot of these people that claim so? Maybe not necessarily, but do I at least believe they're out there? Sure. And so, that one to me is the most plausible.
Yeah.
And probably the one I latch onto more.
Awesome. That's good to hear. I could talk about my experiences, but I'm not gonna do that. We're not gonna go into my dreams. Yes. So it's Weekend Weird, and we don't really have any set format for who goes first. I don't even remember who went first last time. I think it was me. David, do you want to go first this time?
Sure, yeah, I'll go ahead and go first.
All right.
So, something cool is happening to the frogs at Chernobyl.
Oh, this is already interesting.
Yep. So this article is from Futurism. It was. I'm trying to find the article.
Before you go into that article, can I just say I'm going to go ahead and dedicate this to Justin, host of Dead Media Club. He's a huge fan of frogs. So if he's listening, Justin, this one's for you.
There we go. All right. Well, this is by Noor Al-Sabai. Something cool is happening to the frogs at Chernobyl. These little guys are as cute as they are fascinating.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and read through the article. It's a short one. That's what I'm liking about these Futurism articles. Obviously, we know about Chernobyl. I don't think this is new to any of us here on the podcast.
No.
We know about the exclusion zone.
Yes.
So, a group of Spanish zoological researchers wrote in The Conversation how they became intrigued by strange black-tinted eastern tree frogs found near and around the exclusion zone, since the critters are usually snazzy lime green.
Ooh.
So, in 2006, after the first swarthy amphibian was found...
I don't know that I appreciate it being called swarthy.
Is anyone else picturing it's like Johnny Depp as an amphibian?
Actually, I'm kind of picturing Ricardo Montalban.
Yeah, a little hirsute frog. Maybe he's got like a little mustache, an open leisure suit with some chest hair.
Yeah.
Say the con vest, but with a deep V-neck.
And he's just sitting there. He's telling you about the rich Corinthian leather.
Ribbit.
Ribbit.
So, in 2016, after the first swarthy amphibian was found, the team out of Spain's University of Oviedo at the Doñana Biological Station decided to study the eastern tree frogs. They found that the critters in the preserve now range in coloration from pitch black to forest green, as images from the researchers show. It's basically like a gradient of frogs from like lime green to black.
That is probably my favorite Stephen King book, A Gradient of Frogs.
I thought that was George R.R. Martin's next book.
Oh, that too. I like that one better. I'm
sounds
gonna
like
claim
it could
it.
have been a Mike Mignola Hellboy story.
Oh yeah.
I mean, A Gradient of Frogs does sound like a prequel to A Dance of Dragons.
Oh man. So the zoologist wrote in their conversation essay that they captured 200 male eastern tree frogs, sometimes known as St. Anthony or San Antonio frogs.
San Antonio, and they're in Russia, but not in San Antonio, Texas.
Give it a little flavor, though.
Yeah, a little Tex-Mex kick.
A little south of the border.
From 12 separate breeding ponds, along with a wide gradient of radioactive contamination.
Can I just say, none of you are allowed in my breeding pond.
I assume it's dry at this point, but anyway.
Shush! She's in the other room. Be quiet.
They found that in the 36 years since the tragic accident in Chernobyl, the eastern tree frogs in the regions surrounding the now abandoned nuclear reactor seem to have undergone a sort of rapid evolution that caused them to develop more melanin in order to withstand the heightened and prolonged radiation from the disaster.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
And as researchers German Oriziala and Pablo Barraco wrote in their conversation essay, which is based on findings published recently in the Journal of Evolutionary Applications, they believe the darker colored frogs, a genetic minority normally, were better protected from the meltdown's radiation due to the melanin in their skin. In turn, they reproduced more successfully, creating more and more darker tinted tree frogs in their wake.
As evolution does.
As it do. Survival
like
of the fittest.
It's not like Pokemon evolution.
Yeah. Yeah, when
if
does
you would
one
have
of
given
these...
the frog the Firestone.
Yeah, when does the frog turn into a Flareon?
No,
Right.
that's not the same egg group, Kevin. Jeez.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
Shit,
that
I'm
would it would
sorry.
have been like it would be like the branch between Poliwrath and Politoad.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Yeah, if we're
Get
getting into
with
Pokemon
science,
lore
Kevin. Jeez.
Fuck, I'm sorry. I don't know weeb science.
I don't either.
Okay,
I just
that's
know
fair.
enough to be dangerous. That's
So-
that's true about all my knowledge.
His whole entire unit is dangerous.
So the key line to this article here, in other words, we're watching natural selection play out in front of our eyes. That's pretty cool.
That is awesome.
And here's a direct quote from them. Quote, more than 10 generations of frogs have passed since the accident, and a classic, although very fast, process of natural selection may explain why these dark frogs are now the dominant type for the species within the Chernobyl exclusion zone. So this is also, the researchers also did a more detailed 2019 study of the biodiversity in the Chernobyl region, which looks really interesting.
That's
and-
really
Okay.
freaking cool.
Wait. How long do these frogs live?
Long enough for it to only be 10 generations, apparently.
That's what I was thinking, because Chernobyl was like 1989,
Well,
right?
you know,
So-
frogs are shockingly long-lived. I mean, they
Okay.
get huge.
What's a generation to a frog anyway?
I don't know.
I was gonna say I would assume the
Damn,
frogs
dude.
probably after a year are
Okay. You know
reproduction
what?
rate.
Jaded as hell.
If I hadn't been
Yes, I
drinking
do.
bourbon, I could do the math for this. But frog math. But I am going to
Number
say, when you said 36 years since the catastrophe, I felt older than I have in a long time. Because I remember when this shit went down.
I don't really, because it was like
Oh,
86, wasn't it?
It was 86, yeah. I had just
Oh, it was
moved to
86.
Jackson.
I mean,
so,
I was
My bad.
only like 9, so I just wasn't really paying
Oh.
attention to current events.
God, I was when that happened because I was fascinated by the idea of the world being destroyed
was-
by a nuclear
I
Armageddon.
was watching Transformers and like I don't know, eating paste.
How were you this intelligent?
I'm jealous you guys got to live through this.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was negative
dude.
too.
You don't even know the shit we had to get. Okay, never mind. There's a
Kevin-
lot of bad shit
Andy,
going on now.
Kevin,
how old are you, Andy?
Yeah,
I
how
was
old are
born
you?
May 88.
Okay, so you're
Oh,
younger
wow.
than I am.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Just barely.
76
Got
here.
'em.
Jesus.
Yep. So we're the youthful. We're the new
Yes.
blood. You know, we're taking over.
So when me and Mike die,
Whippersnappers.
when me and Mike die, you guys are gonna have to take over the podcast.
Come on, they're only like 10
Yeah, what do you think I'm
years
guessing
younger
for?
than us, Kevin.
Oh, that's why you're here. Okay, I get it.
Because of my behavior and because of the crimes I'm willing to commit, I am more likely to die before you.
Okay, that's
So-
true. You are way more likely to commit some horrid crimes. Well, that's actually really cool. I'm interested when like evolution really steps up like that, and you can watch it happen in real time.
You know,
And this
Yeah.
this reminds me of when we studied evolution in biology, in high school and college and that sort of thing. The moths in
Oh, right, yes.
in London or in England because of
Yeah,
all the
right.
soot from the Industrial Revolution. The moths that were able to blend in with the dark environment bred more.
Yeah.
So
Totally.
yeah, I mean, I think that the thing is that, it takes a big climate change or local climate change.
Yeah, environmental change.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, microclimate, I guess you could say.
Right.
It just takes shit getting out of whack for evolution to really start being noticeable again.
Ramp up. Yeah.
Because if things are steady state, there's no impetus really to
There's
change.
no. Yeah.
I mean, evolution is still happening. It's just a lot slower.
Yeah, like I can't wait for humanity to not need, humanity to stop needing, or not needing, but developing wisdom teeth.
No, because that's
Oh,
not
man, me
keeping us
neither.
from breeding.
well,
have to keep-
I don't know. There's gonna come a point where it's like, oh, you had a wisdom tooth operation, you fucking loser.
Well, it needs someone to not teeth be born without wisdom teeth first.
Okay, well, all right. Everybody that has their wisdom teeth
'cause
removed,
Kevin-
just let blood run out
Kevin,
of their mouth.
here's the thing. Getting
Yeah.
your wisdom teeth removed doesn't mean you can't pass down that gene to your kids, because it
God.
doesn't remove the genes.
Fuck.
That's true. That's true.
Wisdom teeth do not work that way.
Fuck.
Do you think there's
What?
ever gonna be like a thing on like Tinder and like dating apps that are like
Wisdom
'cause
teeth?
You put like your smoking preference, like does drugs, does smoke, whatever.
Had wisdom teeth.
Born with wisdom teeth?
Yeah.
See, that just makes me want to create a fake Tinder profile, just call it the Tooth Fairy, and it's a person's just really interested in people's teeth.
Have you got your wisdom teeth? I'd love to know.
Send pictures of teeth.
Send me pictures of the inside of your mouth. I'm not masturbating, I promise.
Oh,
I
God.
love the idea of people knowingly matching with someone named the Tooth Fairy.
That reminds
I don't
me.
know. This seems fine.
Yeah, no, it reminds me. Not Supernatural Selection. The radio station actually had a Tinder profile, and it has in fact been banned
Oh,
Well,
oh,
yeah,
that's right.
because it's a radio station.
Yeah, you can't have like
it
Yeah.
commercial.
What's that?
Was it too deviant?
It was also it was a radio station.
Yeah,
so-
you
Oh,
can't
fair.
have
Yeah.
corporate
Yeah.
profiles on Tinder.
yeah, it's like, God, do
It's
you
like-
imagine how
look-
many people would be matching with like
Kevin-
Paramount or Warner Brothers?
Kevin, for being called
I'd fuck
deviant,
everyone there.
for being called
Match
deviant
with
radio,
McDonald's.
it was banned for the most banal reason ever.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe they played just too much 311.
No, it was just banal.
Okay.
Banal.
Banal.
So
Too
any
banal.
311.
Yeah, any 311. Okay, I don't want to say that because the guy that runs the station is a huge fan of 311. So, Clark,
All right, I'll
I
see myself
apologize.
out.
Yeah. Okay, so
I don't like 311 either.
this is a great article, by the way, David. That was great.
Thank you. I worked really hard to browse a website.
I'm so glad you did. Now, this one is me, and I am so mad about this. As a student of history, I'm still incredibly angry about the destruction of the Library of Alexandria.
What, were you there?
Yep,
I mean, that's how old he is, right?
yep, I am that old. I'm the oldest one here.
They
So
burned the porn collection.
this article, shut up. Look, there were really good renditions of Queen Nefertiti. That's all I'm saying.
There were brilliant tapestries.
Yeah, erotic tapestries are a thing. So,
Kevin was the one there with the flare that was like trying to tell people not to go in and accidentally dropped it and just.
yeah,
Fuck,
I'm
they
sorry.
up.
I Mr. Butterfingers.
No, oh shit.
Yep.
Kevin mourning the big priestess milkers.
Oh, God.
There's another shirt.
Yep, big priestess milker. So, let's see. This is from ancientorigins.net, which is becoming my new favorite source for just weird-ass alternative history stuff. I don't know who wrote this. It doesn't really say. Updated October 9th, 2022. Sahir. That's all it says. 700-year-old Moai statues irreparably damaged by fire on Easter Island. A shocking case of possible arson, still officially being called a forest fire, has caused irreparable damage to the ancient Moai statues of Easter Island. The iconic towering stone heads and other archaeological elements have been charred by a fire, with consequences going beyond what the eyes can see. Quote, more than 100 hectares, that is 247 acres, were affected in the Rano Raraku sector, which includes the wetland and Moai sector, according to a statement by the city of Rapu Nui on its official Facebook page on Thursday.
Wait, isn't that like where the Bionicles are from?
I understood that reference.
I want to throw something at your fucking head. The fire was initially caused by an eruption of the nearby Rano Raraku volcano earlier this week on Monday, raising more than 100 hectares of the famous island. The damage eventually spread to the famed stone-carved Moai statues created by the Polynesian tribes of the same name over 500 years ago, which I don't know why they said over 500 years ago when they said 700 in the title. But They also
I
theorize
can
that...
tell you why. I can tell you why. As someone who writes articles,
Yeah?
it's because Grammarly probably flagged them and saying that this is too similar
God damn it.
to what you said earlier. So it's like, okay, gotta jazz
Well,
it up somehow.
They're saying that it was actually, while there was a volcano, the fire in the Moai section may have actually been caused by humans. There's no money to prevent the fires on Easter Island and the more than 32,000 archaeological sites.
Oh.
I know. To prevent fire, we need to have guards permanently at the sites. Further, that the statues that were semi-burned were saved by the soil, but those on the surface were damaged considerably. Unfortunately, the cracking of the original and emblematic stone cannot be repaired. And I cannot tell you how angry this makes me. Every time I hear about a historical site like the stuff that was going on in Iraq during the war, during the quote war on terror. We're not going to get into my beliefs on that, but they were blowing up historical sites like Babylon. Babylon was destroyed. And this kind of stuff just, God, it drives me insane. The idea that somebody, and I'm not saying they were like, hey, I am a supervillain, I'm going to burn this grass. I think somebody flicked a fucking cigarette and destroyed
more than likely
these things, and it pisses me off so goddamn bad. I can't even explain how mad this makes me.
I mean, I have a hard time imagining anybody flicking a cigarette on Easter Island because, like, can you imagine the import taxes over there? You're going to smoke that thing down to
There's
the
nothing
butt.
on Easter Island, so... but no, I agree. I would smoke that thing past
Hey,
the
man,
filter.
Probably a
Yeah, you
shitty
make that,
tourist.
yeah, you smoke half the filter on that thing. That's not burning anything. You just,
Man, there's a part of me that hopes if this happened, it was Elon Musk, and he gets nailed for it.
where's the bunny at? That's what I'm wondering.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
You know? I mean, we're all thinking it. We're all thinking it.
sure.
Well, and I'm surprised they kind of don't have a round the clock security there.
There's not a lot of money for UNESCO sites. I hate to say it.
Which that's a huge oversight.
Like, let's look at the Nazca lines. They recently got vandalized, like last year.
God damn it.
Yeah, somebody fucking scratched some kind of bullshit message into the Nazca lines.
Oh,
They
man.
drew a big old dick on one of the
Man,
I thought
you know
were
what?
gonna say somebody like drove like donuts through it or
Man,
something.
if it had been a dick, I wouldn't be as mad as I am. It was like some kind of English fucking save the trees bullshit. And I'm like, you're in a desert.
Oh no!
Fuck
you can't like
you.
have conservation messages on things that you're not.
You can't. Yeah. No, you
You're
can't
fucking up actively.
deface something that needs to be conserved with a conservation message.
And that's like, I love seeing people get their shit kicked in when they like go to like deface something in a national park. Like there's these rocks that have been there for millions of years,
And they
some
spray
asshole's
paint
gonna write-
like
yeah, or they carve their name into it.
Save
and someone
puppies.
catches them on video and they get charged for it. I'm like, yes,
yeah,
justice.
fuck you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, it just makes me so mad. Mike, how do you feel about this? Like this kind of stuff?
I mean, it depends. I mean, we don't know for sure how it was started, right?
Yeah,
So it
But-
depends. I mean, fires start for a wide variety of reasons.
okay, true.
If
It
it was-
could have been like a lightning strike, but
or
I doubt
could
it.
have been like, a car inappropriately parked on a tall patch of
I don't
grass.
know that you can drive there on Easter Island.
I don't know if there are cars on
This
Easter
sounds
Island
like
or
him
not.
explaining a UFO sighting. It was swamp gas off the
Well,
Pelican
I'm just-
side.
No, I've never said that. I don't know
Mike
much
never
about swamp
go-
gas. I
okay.
mean, other than jest.
Give-
I have said the swamp gas thing in jest.
Give Mike
because
credit.
I
He
know
has
of the-
never gone the shitty
No,
Alan Hynek
that's fair, but I
excuse.
like that his explanation is getting more and
There's
more
a car.
elaborate to
Well,
explain.
no,
the
I'm
car.
just saying. I'm just trying to think. I mean, I almost started a forest fire because my truck got stuck, and some dry leaves under it
Now-
started catching on fire and almost burned the truck down.
I remember that, and
That's
I
you're
also
right.
remember when a
That's you're
friend
right.
had that happen.
So,
And they
I'm
were-
just trying to think of ways to inadvertently start a fire. I mean, 9 times out of
For
10,
future reference.
9 times out of 10, when
This is for
Shit-
when he goes
shit
after
like
the
that
sequoias.
happens, it is man-made. I mean, people make
Yeah.
fire a lot. We harness fire.
We are
burn
fools.
things.
We am play gods.
Whether it's intentional or not, that's up to a jury to decide.
I like that you suddenly throw legal juries into this,
Well,
which
you know.
I really hope there is a legal jury, and I really do hope it's Elon Musk, and fuck him.
Yeah, it wasn't Elon Musk.
I know. Okay, Jeff Bezos. How's that?
It wasn't Jeff Bezos either.
Okay, Steve Gutenberg.
Maybe. I don't know what
Okay.
he's doing these days.
Not a lot. Apparently smoking on Easter Island. So that's mine, and I just wanted to get that out there because, like, there's a lot. I want to go into, like, Atlantis at some point in the Easter Island natives because there is an actual tie into that. But we'll go into that in a whole other episode. Mike,
Now, see, here's the thing.
Sorry.
I'm trying to come up with a good pun, so I was going to say Mo Trouble, but
oh, God. I'm glad you didn't actually make that. You did make that pun. I'm going to hit you in the nuts. I'm going to mail a hammer to you, and you can hit yourself in the nuts.
I'll have Holly do that for me.
Okay, cool.
Make it fun.
Yeah. Maybe you're into that. So, Mike, what have
Yeah.
you got for your first story?
So before I get into it, I do want to say that the
It.
cigarette thing reminded me.
Yeah.
I saw a story apparently fairly recently. A man was acquitted of an arson that caused death after like 20-something years because of a Mythbusters episode that showed it was impossible to light a pool of gasoline with a cigarette.
Oh, wow.
And so, because of that episode, I'm trying to think what federal agency, like,
FBI?
No,
Is it in the
like-
U.S.?
yes,
ATF.
it might have been the ATF,
Could have been ATF or the National
DOJ
Forest
or
Service.
something like that. No, it wasn't the Forest Service.
Oh,
But
man.
but they conducted their own studies and found out of like several hundred attempts, they never could, like 0% chance, even with like putting the cigarette on like a tube that just constantly sucked, so it would make the cherry at the end the hottest it could be.
Man, this
Still-
tube sucks.
still
Let's go
wouldn't-
somewhere
It was
else.
a really satisfied
still
cigarette.
still
Yeah.
wouldn't light the pool of gasoline. So it is as impossible as I mean, not to
As
say that it
shooting a
couldn't
car and it blowing up because
ever
it hit the
happen,
gas
but
tank.
it is as unlikely as anything to.
Like
light
0%.
Yeah,
Wow.
So
and-
I'm just going to go to the gas station, light up, and if they give me any hassle, I'm going to be like, hey, look, man,
Hey.
science proved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, so he was but the reason he was convicted was because, of course, a
Movies.
confession was tortured out of him
Oh,
in like the
shit.
90s.
Fuck.
And they forced him to confess that
A
he
cab,
threw
motherfucker.
he-
A cab.
He poured a bunch of gasoline in the house and like threw a lit cigarette in there.
A cab. Just going with it, man.
So they got him with like movie logic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah.
Pretty much.
So they.
Did you or did you not
You know-
did you not walk away from the explosion all cool?
yeah.
Yeah. Did you
Man.
did you not put sunglasses
This
on
is
as it was
kind of
happening?
ruining RoboCop for me, and I hate that.
So, but that's not even my story, man. That was
That's
just
not even the story. That's just some shitty red. That's Mike, man.
That's just
This
what you
motherfucker.
reminded me of with your story.
Oh, damn,
the
son.
cigarette.
Okay, what's your
Free
story?
association, bitch.
Yeah.
So my story.
I love that. I'm going through here, and Mike, you had the frogs as well.
I did. Oh,
You
wow.
did. Shit.
So, I'm not going to talk about the frogs.
Okay.
I really should have read more on this
I guess so.
because
So
I really
you
only
didn't-
had one story.
Oh.
I
Well, that's
guess I
okay.
could-
That's okay. If you have one,
could-
Andy has one, and that evens out.
Well, I mean, I did talk about the MythBusters and the cigarettes, but
which is good.
how about former manager of DoD Aerospace Threat Program? UFOs are real.
Wait, what?
I just came across this. I was
What?
looking for weird
I
news.
told you up top.
October 11th. Oh, that's 2017. God
What?
damn it.
Man,
Okay,
that's
sorry.
not
That's old
recent.
news. Why did this come up?
Shit.
I thought this was October 11th this year, but no, 2017.
Son of a bitch.
We were
That's
talking about the internet, right?
stale
We're talking
as
about dead
fuck.
internet and how the stories are repeating all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Right there, baby.
They're trying to gristle mill out this fucking news cycle. Okay,
Well, Mike,
what
do
I
you
got
want me
next?
to send you a link to
No,
Don't
no.
Laugh, the key to finding extraterrestrials may be laughing gas?
No, I saw that one. That's
Okay.
how about here we go. This
Oh.
is from last month of this year.
Okay.
North Dakota woman charged after bringing raccoon into a bar.
Wait, do what now?
A North Dakota woman, you got that part?
Yeah.
Was charged as you know.
No,
Yeah.
Had
wait,
legal
hold on.
Wait.
proceedings.
Hang on.
hold on.
Andy's
Sorry,
got
sorry.
questions.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't want to derail the whole thing, but like, hold on. There are people that live
In North Dakota.
There-
Yeah, there's
One of
there's
them is a woman.
at least 4 of them.
Okay.
At least one
One
of
of
those
them-
4 is a woman.
So
And one of them owns a bar.
Wanna-
She
wanna
walked
know-
into a bar, which
wanna-
had to be run by one of the other ones.
Yeah,
Want to know
no.
the logic behind there's at least 4 of them?
Okay.
There's this woman.
Okay.
There's
The bar
person,
owner.
the person that runs the bar,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
the police officer that arrested her,
Ooh.
and then the judge that
Spoiler.
runs the court that was charged her.
And
Oh, shit.
in their off time, they all work at the Walmart.
Of course, selling
So there
and
is no
buying
jury
to
of
each
her
other.
peers.
There's no... Well, the jury is what they have.
No, it's just going to go to a judge's summary. They're
No,
not
they
gonna
went to
worry-
the jury mat
They're,
9000.
they're not going to worry about it. They're going to waive the jury trial. And just
Okay.
go for a bench decision.
Okay.
So, Maddock, North Dakota, a woman who brought a wild raccoon into a North Dakota bar, which prompted state health officials. Okay, so there's 5 people because there's a state health official.
Oh, shit.
To
Wow.
issue a warning about potential rabies exposure is facing criminal charges.
Can I just say, like, I want to apologize to our listeners that may or may not be in North Dakota. Okay, continue, Mike.
Oh, I don't.
Okay, well, yeah, but you're a guest. You can have any
Right,
opinion
right.
you
Yeah, I
want.
can
You
say-
can
yeah.
shit on them all
I
night.
will
guys can
speak
just
on
never
behalf
have
of
me on again.
Supernatural Selection and say fuck North Dakota.
There we go.
Damn it,
There we
David!
go.
You fucked
'em.
us!
Got him.
You fucked us sideways with a crowbar!
I
What, all
got
30 of them?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, who lists? Yeah. Fuck.
so I guess I should
Love
say
you.
this. All this information comes from HuffPost,
HuffPost.
the most
HuffPost.
credible news spigot on the internet.
The most credible
And the one
leftist
that the
news
most people in
spigot.
North Dakota trust, I assume.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Let's go on, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Aaron Christensen, 38, of Maddock, is charged with misdemeanor counts of providing false information to law enforcement, tampering with physical evidence, and unlawful possession of fur bearers.
Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay, can we just go back for a second? What was that first
Hold
one
on.
you said?
Yep.
Providing false information to law enforcement,
And the second one?
tampering
Yeah,
with
what?
physical evidence.
Okay, I had a point and I missed it. Never mind.
What
Was
about
this a heist
Well,
that
what was
went
the
wrong?
last one? The last one.
I know the. Well, we killed Mike.
What
Okay.
about unlawful possession of fur bearers?
Well, I
Okay.
mean that's a given, but like, no. What did she do when she went into the bar? It's like, no, he's 21. It's okay. I
Maybe.
promise.
Well, I'll get to that part, I guess. Christensen was arrested last week after authorities found her and the raccoon by serving several search warrants in and around Maddock. So they didn't know where she was, I guess.
They
were
just
going,
went door to door with a fucking search warrant.
or several search warrants.
Oh,
I guess
We're
they,
looking for
I guess
a
they,
lady with a raccoon.
guess they issued it to like her address, like her parents or her boyfriend. Probably just looking everywhere for her.
And I just imagine they get to one door. It's like, no, Bandit is licensed. You cannot take Bandit.
Actually, the raccoon's name was Rocky.
What? Oh, that's after the Beatles song.
I just feel bad for this raccoon because, like, already people are suspicious of him because he looks like a little bandit.
And the raccoon didn't ask for this shit.
Christensen said her family found the raccoon on the side of a road about 3 months ago and named it Rocky.
Oh,
She said they were nursing the animal back to health with plans to release it back into the wild.
as long as she wasn't actually nursing it, okay.
Yeah, like from her own breast.
Yeah, from her teat.
It's illegal under North Dakota Board of Animal Health laws to keep a wild raccoon. Oh, God damn it.
What?
Oh no!
Authorities euthanized the animal
Oh,
and it tested negative
God.
for rabies.
what the fuck?
Even
You
if he tested
assholes.
negative for
Fuck
rabies and they
North
killed her
Dakota.
anyway,
They have to kill it to test it for the rabies, though.
I don't give a shit, man. I'm going with David and Andy on this one. Supernatural selection stance is fuck North Dakota.
Yeah, that
All
is.
raccoons, get out of there now.
Go.
They
We'll
will
accept
kill
you
you.
here. We have cat food
That
outside
is
for
very.
you.
That is very, very, very poor. Poor sportsmanship on
Man,
their
that
part.
is shit, man. It's a
Mike, how the
raccoon,
fuck
man.
Did you read this article, Mike? What the fuck?
Man,
I didn't know. Look, I did not fully
is like
vet
that
this
time-
article. I'm sorry.
This is like that time you showed us a video of the highway patrol dude getting shot.
Oh, come on. That's not that bad.
It was.
Every time
Holly
you get
isn't
an
even
article-
hearing what we're talking
This is not
about,
that
and
bad.
she's like, "I'm disappointed in Mike."
Oh, wow.
I-
She's not
I-
even
I-
on the
I-
show
I
yet.
failed.
Wow.
But
You gotta
Christensen.
just pick Control F for euthanasia.
God, I'm hitting F in respects for Rocky.
No more dead animals in our stories.
Okay, yeah, but Mike, continue
Only
with the
animal
story.
heroes.
Christensen took Rocky to Maddock Bar on September 6th during happy hour and
Oh,
showed the
man.
raccoon to customers.
Look at Rocky, look at him. He wants a beer.
Bartender
Yeah, but-
Cindy
Sid-
Smith
Cindy Smith.
Cindy Smith said the animal never bit anyone at the bar.
Because he was cool. When does
Pickled it.
This is a chill ass raccoon. Damn.
when does wild become tame?
Nevertheless, North Dakota's Health and Human Services Department issued a warning asking anyone who may have been bitten or had contact with the raccoon's saliva to seek medical care.
Man, fuck them.
Okay, wait. Can I cut in here? To just
Absolutely.
say, when does wild become tame? Is also you should definitely put that on the shirt.
You should also type that into Pornhub search.
I am not typing that into Pornhub, sir. Thank you.
Well, I will on your behalf.
Okay.
It sounds like David might as well, and
Right.
we'll let you know.
Okay, good. Yeah, you can get back in touch with us and we'll read that on a
Mostly the
future
shirt
episode.
thing.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely for the shirt. Mike, is there anything else from this depressing ass story about
I'm
murdering a raccoon in cold
Damn it,
blood?
Mike.
I'm
God damn it.
sorry that I brought this down, the sad
Fuck.
trash
damn
pandas.
God, it's just like you murdered the next Guardians for me. Shit, I'm just gonna be thinking about Rocky now.
You're overreacting now.
I guess, but I don't know. No, I've had booze, so I am reacting appropriately.
They have like people handprints.
I mean, it sucked.
Yeah, they
It
do.
sucked
They
when I
have
read
man
that.
hands.
I read it live on the air, and you
Yeah,
heard my reaction.
you
It sucked.
were not happy,
Oh.
and I'll give you
Oh.
credit for that,
But-
man. You really were not a happy camper.
But yeah,
Oh God,
That
you
sucks,
gotta
man.
give Mike credit for not being happy.
yeah.
for not being a jerk ass.
Thank you for not being an asshole for that,
Thank
Mike.
you for not
Jesus.
reveling in the death of Rocky the raccoon.
I swear. I feel like we need to do a memorial shirt for Rocky. Just not even just, when does wild become tame? We just need to do like a ceremonial shirt.
In memory of Rocky on the website.
I
Yeah.
have to say, when does wild become tame? That's
Yeah.
Well, if by human standards, that's like marriage, right?
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, like, dude, he is probably taking shots.
With his little hand.
Oh,
Probably
God,
with
yeah,
little
dude.
They gave-
thumbs
look, they-
and shit.
They give him a pretzel at the bar, and he washes it in the shot glass.
Oh. Oh, my God. You're making this so
Cute
much
little
more
fuck.
sad. You poor dead fuck.
Piece of shit.
Oh, my God.
Sad. This is the saddest episode we've ever had.
It really is. Jesus H. Christ in a chicken basket.
Yeah, thanks, but no thanks. Come
Oh.
on, guys.
Well, I know what my next story is.
Okay.
Gosh.
Well, let's let Andy have one.
Yeah, I know,
Andy,
I know.
as the guest, please.
Oh, man.
Actually, yeah. Go ahead, give us a story.
I have got one that actually, you know what? I don't have so much of a story as I have something to sell you guys,
Uh-oh.
if you're interested.
I'm
So
always
me too.
interested in being wined and dined by a product.
Okay. So it is in England, so think a little bit more rainy, but
So it's got
not
some
too
teeth
bad.
on it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
But this is called the Ancient Ram Inn, and
what
Ram Inn that's in with two N's.
Right.
um,
Wait, actually, I count the ram in. Oh, this is getting dirty.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's overtly sexual.
It's a
Well, if
it's
they would have put an E at the end of it, it would have been classy.
yeah. Well, see,
Yield ramen.
yeah,
yield,
see,
yeah.
right now it's just a single entendre.
Hey, I mean, if I had gotten the listing for this place, trust me, I would have.
Okay.
But some fucking prick in Britain got it. Anyway,
Okay. Well, tell us about this place.
so this is from an article that was just came out yesterday. The haunted ancient Ram Inn and its sex demon are for sale. That's right.
Sex demon.
Bundle. This is a bundle. You get both. in the deal.
Wow.
So, I'm new on the show, so I'm not gonna. I'm gonna read a little bit, just verbatim.
Sure.
basically
By all
from
means,
the-
please.
Oh,
Tell me
my-
where I can purchase said sex
Mike's
demon.
interested.
Yes. There are so many old inns, pubs, and castles and other buildings in England that it's nearly impossible to throw a stone without hitting one. This is also pay attention to how many times they say throwing a stone in this paragraph.
Oh, I'm sure.
Many of those buildings are so old they're filled with generations of ghosts to the point that it's impossible to throw a stone without it passing through one of them.
Actually, being ghosts,
See what
you
they
cannot
did?
hit them.
Right? Well,
Yeah.
without
They
it
should-
passing
they should've
through. Yeah, no, they got that part right.
They should have changed it up to swing a cat.
Right.
No,
Can't
no,
throw
they
a stone
never-
at a dead
they-
cat.
They
Leave
never,
the animals alone.
Okay,
they
that's
do
fair.
not stray from this metaphor. They
Okay.
are, yeah. they
Well, it's
are-
always a stone's throw away.
Exactly.
Somebody got
God,
latched
you
on
got
to
there
something.
before me. I was trying to
Fuck.
think of anything.
Don't step on my lines, fucker.
Wouldn't dream of it. The ancient Ram Inn is one. I don't remember what we're talking about, but it dates back to 1145 in the building, which is still in operation.
Wait, 1145.
1145, yeah.
Like-
What's,
1,000 years ago, basically. Almost. 1,000.
No,
900 years.
sure. Here in 2145, where we sit
Sorry.
now,
My
this is-
brains. 900.
The ram it in.
No,
I'm
it's
down.
just-
I'm
it's-
buying it.
It's important that I get to the end of the sentence because
Yes,
of how
please.
it leads into
Please
the
do.
next one.
Please do.
But anyway, the building, which is still in operation, is now for sale. However, it may not be wise to throw a stone when you visit.
God, son of a bitch!
Got 'em.
Because you'll
So
ram
you
it
cannot
in.
Get your rocks off.
Not only
Oh, David.
Not only will it irritate the owner and the real estate agent, which sadly not me, but it could anger the sex demon that is haunting the place. Sorry, we're gonna gloss over that. Which, like the many other spirits haunting it, are included in the price.
No,
The
we're not
ancient
glossing
Ram Inn.
over shit. Let's go back. This is like that scene in Ghostbusters where
Well, see, if it were my listing, okay, all right, we can go back to it.
I'm just saying, like Dan Aykroyd got a blowy from a ghost, and I'm just saying.
In a
Yeah.
very strange moment in that movie that probably didn't need to be in that movie.
There was a scene that
absolutely
was
didn't.
deleted, and they turned it
Look,
into a
look.
dream sequence because Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd stumped really hard for that.
The ghost
BJ
blowjob woo woo.
And Mike, were you there when he was there?
No, not.
Oh shit. Okay, see, Dan Aykroyd came to our store when Crystal Head Vodka was released. So
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that was like a couple of years before me.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, did you mean Mike was on set when Dan Aykroyd was getting the ghost blowy?
Mike
Yes.
was the ghost.
I was the ghost. Yes. I was the ghostest with the
Just you in a
mostest.
green bodysuit to CGI you out.
Oh God,
We didn't have CGI back then, son.
it was all practical
All
effects. Mike.
rotoscoping.
Oh, okay, let's go on with this story.
Oh man. Yeah. So we've talked about throwing stones, which don't
A
do
lot.
It near
Don't do
in
it.
near this building, in this building. Like while thinking
At this
about
building?
at this building. Yeah. Like name a preposition. Don't throw stones.
Of the building.
So the funny thing is, like, the next thing in this article is a quote that is from the guy who bought it, which is, and I quote, "The sex demon has driven me out of my home. There's nothing will get me back there now." Oh, sorry. I didn't realize when I read that. All right. The sex demon has driven me out of my home. There's nothing will get me back there now.
It was dry.
Yeah, sorry. When he said there's nothing will get me back there now, I realized what I was dealing with there. So-
Yeah. So are you saying
it's a good character choice there?
why
Thank
would
you. Thank you.
I don't know that I'd leave?
So yeah, the reason that I brought this article in today, and I'm not going to read the entire thing, but like, it just gets progressively weirder from there. Like, I have so many notes that are like, so this paragraph is about okay, yeah, well, I'll read the next one. Carolyn Humphreys, the current owner,
Humphreys, huh?
is the current owner of the Ancient Ram Inn in Gloucestershire County, the oldest building in all right, get this, the name of the fucking town too is Watton under Edge.
Oh, they're edging.
Yeah, they're edgelords. Like,
Yeah.
clearly. In the Cotswolds, tells Lad Bible. So
Lad Bible?
Oh God!
great.
Wow,
That's
a
not where
place
I'm getting this.
A
But
place
that
that's
is
even
where it
more
links up.
credible than HuffPo.
I know I get all my news
I
from
mean-
Lad Bible.
But the funny thing to me about this whole paragraph is she's selling the inn, which was purchased by her father in 1968, because one particular ghost in the building's vast collection of spirits is ruining her life and her business as a popular tourist attraction for paranormal enthusiasts. So
Oh, no.
she's mad that her ghost place has a ghost.
Stop
Turn into a
touching
ghost
me, naughty
brothel.
bits.
Come on, you think?
Turn into a ghost brothel.
I was gonna say, yeah, you think that would like just double or triple the
Yeah.
income potential?
Stop touching me, naughty bits.
Come, stay with the sex demon. It sounds much better than just
I'm
the ghost
booking.
that moves stuff.
I am booking a trip right now. No, I'm kidding. I'm
Go,
No, I
go
mean-
for the ectoplasm and get an ectogasm.
Oh yeah.
yeah, buddy.
It
Just-
makes sense. I think the reason that these like paranormal enthusiasts and quote unquote the curious, which is the last part of that sentence, I think the reason that they're thrown off by this is because like the dad is hogging it all to himself.
What?
Like if if you read this article,
Are you
she
telling
goes
me
on-
the ghost is monogamous?
I don't know.
Or
if
is
the ghost
dad
but the
monogamous?
the ghost might be like room monogamous, like and
Anyone
the dad
in the
just
room?
like chooses to constantly stay in that room.
Oh God!
My room.
But the
It's
next
my
quote is-
fucking room.
is from Humps a Lot or whatever her name
Oh,
is. And
God.
she says
Humphreys.
Humphreys. My dad constantly complained about the sex demon that touched his legs and pressed upon his body when he didn't want it to happen. It always happened when he was lying down trying to get some rest. So, first off, dad overshares.
Okay, yeah. Who comes down and tells their daughter, "Hey, he's demon in the upper room. He started humping me leg."
Put a finger in the bum.
yeah.
Can I just say this would make an amazing episode of Faulty Towers?
This one, oh my God!
Ooh, yes.
Oh God, the
think-
ghost of Terry
Hi,
Jones.
I'm trying to finish, dear.
Yes, dear. I'm trying, dear. Give me a moment, dear.
And we can see the ghost cheeky little face every time he does it.
What if the ghost is Manuel?
Shit. I don't know enough about the show to say, but that sounds great.
Understood that reference, Kevin. I'm not that old, but
Okay, yeah.
Oh, right, yeah. The old thing.
Yeah. Damn it. Continue.
It's just like it's wild. Like I'll skip a few here, but there is another quote that is, once the bed started to vibrate, he passed out, and when he came to, his arms were above his head. There was,
Whoa.
yeah. There was
Wow.
pressure all over his body, and something was
Yeah.
feeling his groin. Some was feeling it. He could not move or speak, and when it released him, he couldn't stop shaking. He just could not stop
You
shaking.
could, so you could say he came 2 or 3 times.
I'm just
I
gonna
think one
say
could safely, yeah.
this all tracks.
now see, I've seen this video before on Pornhub. Swear
I'm
to God.
just saying this is a Magic Fingers bed.
I'm thinking, old Grampy, Poppy here found
God,
him
don't say that.
found him the internet pornography and was trying to explain why weird sounds were coming from his room
Now,
when he was
is-
quote unquote
No.
napping.
Is he a
Surely.
widower? Is he a widower?
Of course he is.
Well,
Do we know?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes,
maybe
okay.
it was grandma.
It was Grandma
Actually-
back from the
actually, I don't know.
grave.
It does mention he might not be. It mentions his wife like. Way
What if
late
it's
in
his
the
second
article.
wife?
But I don't remember if. Yeah, it could be that. Could absolutely be that. I was gonna say, like, David, dude, I'm glad that I'm not the only one that searches paranormal activity when I go on Pornhub.
All right, look, I'm not saying y'all are freaks, but y'all are
Demon.
freaks. Demon
Yeah,
humping.
I like the camera angle, like from the ceiling, kind of too. Anyway,
God. That's a two-way mirror on the ceiling, son.
Yeah.
Champagne on ice.
Oh God.
We're all just prisoners here of our own device.
Oh, we're not going into that.
Ooh, but we could.
We could, but we won't.
All right. So my favorite part here, and this may spurn some kind of tangent that you guys know a lot more about than I do, but I'll just read up to that part. So John Humphreys, the guy that owned it, knew what he was getting into when he bought the ancient Ram Inn in '68. He just missed it. It was a building with it was a building with a long, varied, and somewhat sordid past.
That's what she said.
Yep. And in 1145, blah blah blah. There's a lot of nonsense, but it was okay. The area is the intersection of two ley lines. And many people believed, yeah. Many people believed it contained a high level of spiritual and paranormal energy as a result, which may be the site or why the site was used as a burial ground around 5,000 years ago, etc., etc. But
all right,
yeah, at some point, like the rivers were rediverted, like around it, or the streams or creeks or whatever the fuck.
Oh wow!
And so, thus, it disturbed the ley lines and released their disruptive energy.
No, that tracks.
Yeah, like if you believe in that sort of thing, that makes sense because water is a conductor of magical energy. So
and
if you redirect a river around a fucking ley line.
And if you've got a ley line and you have something happen on it, that is a surefire way to basically psychically videotape whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, there is the ley line, which is the ghost sex train.
Exactly. So, yeah, basically. You're talking about railroading, so yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
No, totally tracks, actually, from a paranormal point of view. That's funny.
There we go.
Yeah. Mike, thoughts as a fellow skeptic with Andy?
Yeah, I mean...
You think it's just old man discovers porn, won't admit it, says there's ghosts?
I just, instill in awe of the 900-year-old Ram It In.
The Ram It In. Yep, the Ram In.
Mike wants to go on a ghost hunt. I think that's what Mike wants.
Mike wants to go on a sexy ghost hunt.
Reminds me of we went to Memphis and ate at a place called the Slider Inn.
I cannot believe that's a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
As a Tennessean, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are in Tennessee, aren't you?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Technically, Chattanooga and Memphis could not be. I mean, if I was in
Yeah.
Bristol,
What
but
the fuck
otherwise,
are you
we could not be further apart. Yeah.
Yeah,
What the fuck are you apologizing to him for being there? We're in Mississippi, motherfucker. Tennessee's
Yeah,
like
you guys are way
God.
closer.
It's like
Sorry,
goddamn
anyone
heaven.
who isn't in
I
California.
think he's talking about just how distant it is. It's like
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's worse than us in the coast, and we're nothing like them coasties.
Them coasties
no.
with their weird leftist leanings and such.
They have their
Okay, old man Zadok Allen.
Sorry.
their
no thanks with your
debaucherous
soda.
bacchanals.
Them Canuckies and them sermon, that shit they do.
Yeah. All
Here,
right.
Bulk out
Shit, everywhere you
Minsmith.
keep it.
You hear in Innsmouth.
Sorry, we went down a Lovecraft hole.
Yeah, we got. Oh, I don't want to go down the
Oh,
Lovecraft
I
hole.
was just saying like random.
Yeah, you
slurs,
don't want
but
to touch
okay.
Lovecraft's hole.
No, I'm not touching the Lovecraft hole. That's dirty.
Yep.
So, David, what you got for us today?
Well, apparently, I did not get the full story because you gentlemen just corrected me.
Yes.
So, a couple weeks ago, there was a rumor going around that Bruce Willis signed a deal to get deep faked into future movies.
Because he had done an ad in Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
Yeah, so in actuality, he has not signed a deal, but I think it's only a matter of time before, like, this becomes a super common thing for certain actors.
Yeah, I mean, when I read it, I could totally see it happening.
Right, yeah. I mean, given what happened with James Earl Jones signing over them the rights for them to recreate his voice with AI for Darth Vader, because he's retiring, I was like, holy shit, it's only a matter of time.
And I'd heard speculation about this, like, ever since Forrest Gump, when they could, fake.
I believe he's got to say he had to go pee.
Yeah, fake stuff like that. There was a lot of speculation about this day would come, and it hasn't come exactly yet. But yeah,
We're
it's
close.
close. And all it would take would be someone, like Bruce Willis, who's retiring and famous enough that, someone would want to pay probably an egregious amount of money for those rights.
Sure. I mean, they
Yeah.
can have him star in shitty B movies for
Oh,
perpetuity.
come on. Look, whoever's going to do this, it's going to be a lot of money, and it's not going to be shitty B movies.
I don't know. Look at his career in the last 3 years.
But there hasn't been shitty B movies.
That's
They've just
because
been, like,
of his health and him just getting a paycheck
Yeah.
because he needs
Okay,
it.
that's
so.
fair.
sure they haven't been AAA movies, but they've been like A- movies at least.
Yeah.
He did that one
But-
here in Jackson.
Yeah, but that still wasn't a B movie
Okay.
that got
fair.
wide theatrical release. It was just
Jerry
not
Seinfeld
good.
wasn't in it, so it's not a B movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
God damn it. Thank you for that.
Like, and here's the thing about this story. Like, part of me is like curious about like, it would be kind of neat to see someone be able to do like a deep fake Bruce Lee in something, because again, his career was cut tragically short,
Yeah.
or that sort of thing. But then also, it's like that also opens up a whole bee's nest of issues that like I'm not sure I could successfully navigate. Like, because even with Carrie Fisher signing off her likeness for Rogue One, it was still just kind of like,
Yeah.
It's just a one-for-one project.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like the idea that like 50 years from now they might have a CGI Bruce Willis like hawking Coca-Cola or something like that. It doesn't. It's very. I have a lot of feelings.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really like the idea of, like, me on my deathbed and seeing a commercial for Die Hard with a shovel.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there'll be, stipulations in place, what can and can't be. And those rights would be negotiated separately, whether it's, feature films, TV, advertising.
Right.
Like, but
like
it's
that.
also one of those things where it's like, just imagine the potential of them like being able to do a deep fake James Bond with, say, like
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery as Bond, but with like today's tech, and it's part of it's like it's a cool thought exercise, but
Sure.
in application, I'm not super comfortable with it.
No, and also I have kind of a very logical reason why it's dumb.
Okay.
If you can do all that, why would you want to base it off a real person? Why not create the perfect actor?
Have you ever seen those photo compilations they do where they take like, here's every actor who's played James Bond,
Yeah.
and we morphed him into one face?
Exactly.
That I'm kind of okay
Yeah, 'cause
with.
I mean, Bruce Willis, he's not the greatest actor. I mean, he's fine, but he
He's
doesn't
also
have
a bit of an ass.
He doesn't have range. He's pretty much always plays Bruce Willis.
That's leading men in general. You get
Yeah.
Tom Cruise to play Tom Cruise as such and such.
And and what era of Bruce Willis are we talking about? Like his full range, so you'll have like
doing
one movie
moonlighting.
with a deep fake,
Just moonlighting.
Die Hard era
Moonlighting,
Bruce
yeah.
Willis, and then the next one. What about Hudson Hawk era Bruce Willis?
The
Oh,
less,
hell yeah, I love Hudson Hawk.
What's wrong with you?
I
It's
saw
a
it in the
fun
theater.
movie. It's like Lupin the Third,
Uh,
but with Bruce Willis.
well, I
Yeah,
guess.
Kevin, would you like to swing on a star?
Or would you
Everything's
rather be
common
a
genre.
pig?
Wink, wink. No, it's just again, it's like we're getting to the point that pretty soon we're gonna have like digital actors, which is gonna be interesting, and I think it'd be more interesting to like make a composite actor than just adapt someone else. Because we're getting there with
Sure.
like Japan and their idols and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
All the CGI.
make a CGI idol, and
So that's
yeah.
an interesting thought. A completely fake,
celebrity.
created celebrity, but it's still recognizable in all these roles.
Right.
So
and what I was
it's
thinking just now
actor
is
bot 313 as
right.
Thespomat. David
Well, and what-
Duchovny. Sorry, another Futurama reference here.
Well, and when you were saying that gives me an idea, and I just talked about idols, I thought you were talking about Bruce Willis in a Japanese schoolgirl outfit. I'm
Oh
like,
my
huh,
God.
interesting.
I don't know how to feel about that other than, I'm down.
I mean, and also we heard a lot of stuff about that kind of thing when the first Final Fantasy movie came out. There was a lot of talk about synthetic actors and
Yeah.
the eventual replacement of actors.
Yeah,
Well, and
which
you know, it's interesting that
it's
that
a little
technology,
early at that point.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
But there's
that
always the
technology was
spark.
fascinating. The movie bombed, but I saw it used recently, really effectively, in a documentary series about the evolution of mankind. Because instead of like putting people in costumes, they had that photorealistic CGI from Square Enix to do the different forms of hominids
Yeah.
and like shoot their little sequences. So you know, you got the hominid that's the first kind of gatherer of fruit and bringing the fruit back to people in its tribe and that sort of thing, which is
Right.
like that's fascinating.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that. I had a miserable experience in the theater watching Spirits Within because somebody was so fucking excited about it. They turned to me, and we were sitting there, and there is like this woman wearing, flannel and looked like Patton Oswalt, and she turned around and looked at me and goes, "Are you ready for an experience?" I was like, "This movie's fucking ruined already."
That was Kevin pre-medication, so he was a lot more apt to let that ruin his experience.
Shut up.
You were.
Okay, that's fair. But
Didn't they come out with like an AI like rapper recently or something?
yes, and the dude that voiced him is suing because
because,
they
like, they-
didn't pay him.
Yeah, they like had to drop him from his like quote unquote record label or his contract or whatever because like
So
the AI just got like crazy racist or something.
Yeah, it was.
Which of course,
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah. But yeah,
So-
I guess like you do have like a real person voicing that, which I guess there's like real interest involved in that, but
Yeah,
the
I-
whole thing
Over
just
the-
was really comical.
Over, I think it was the last MTV Music Awards. I don't know. I don't watch that shit. But I think they had like Snoop Dogg and Eminem performing as their like Bored Ape Yacht Club apes.
Oh God.
oh
Yeah, that
God
sounds right.
Almighty!
Yeah, it was pretty cringe.
Hey,
It was,
did
like,
y'all
right
hear about
before
the?
fall.
That reminds me, y'all heard about the Bored Ape restaurant?
Yes.
They had to stop taking crypto.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
I couldn't stop laughing. So yeah,
So yeah, not much in the way of the article because mostly it was just us course correcting because my original article was outdated. So, but
nonetheless,
there we go.
It
Good
folds,
discussion.
It folds into what you're going to be discussing in the next part of the dead internet theory, so it works. It's fine.
And just give us a talking point.
Right, exactly. Which is why people tune into this, right? I mean,
All
kinda.
three of them.
Yeah, all three people, including Ghost Forge. So, and one of them's not going to be listening because he's here to hear it live.
Oh, he might re-listen to it just to stroke his ego.
Yeah, Andy, I do that when I'm on other people's shows, right? Andy,
I'm
you're
nothing
gonna,
if not pain.
there
Yes.
you go.
I will probably listen to this back.
I'm
Yeah.
nothing if not in pain.
Yes. Now, who's going next, me or Mike? I don't remember.
I don't know.
I guess it's
It
me.
was you, Kevin.
It's me. All right. Podcast juice is definitely in effect. So I had one article that was about like aliens. They're looking for evidence based on there being laughing gas in the atmosphere. I was like, this is really dumb, and I don't want to do two Paul Seaburn articles. So
I was gonna say it's the Joker's most elaborate scheme yet to fuck with Batman.
yeah, pretty much. It's like,
I've committed another boner, Batman.
oh God, the boners. All right, so this is actually from the AP News. And this isn't my normal paranormal stuff, but it's just weird. October 6th, 2022. Man charged with smuggling pythons in his pants at U.S. border.
Heyo.
The jokes just write themselves.
Or was he just happy to see them?
Oh, I don't know. But Albany, New York, a New York City man has been charged with smuggling 3 Burmese pythons in his pants at a U.S.-Canadian border crossing. Calvin Bautista, 36, is accused of bringing the hidden snakes on a bus that crossed into northern New York on July 15th, 2018. Holy shit, that took a while. Importation of a Burmese python is regulated by an international treaty and by federal regulations listing them as injurious to human beings.
Yeah, you don't have to tell us.
Yeah. Bautista of Queens was arraigned Tuesday in Albany on the federal smuggling charge and released pending trial, according to a news release from the office of U.S. Attorney Carla B. Friedman. So the charge carries the potential of a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison and a fine as high of $250,000, according to federal prosecutors. Now, the Burmese python, one of the world's largest snakes, is considered a vulnerable species in its native Asia and is invasive in Florida, where it threatens native animals. Now, again, world's largest snakes in his pants. 3 of them.
Right on.
Is that a python in your pants, or are you just happy to see me?
If one of them wasn't named Monty, I am sorely sad.
Okay, do you remember that episode of SpongeBob where Squidward's like, if I eat the Krabby Patty, it's going to go straight to my thighs, and then they show his thighs all bloated? I'm just picturing this guy walking around with big bloated thighs in his pants because he's got these pythons wrapped around him.
I thought, wait a minute.
I'm picturing writhing Torgo legs.
But according to Hulk Hogan, the arms are the pythons, right?
Well, he's also a real American.
No. And has
Fights for the rights of every man.
Indeed.
I love the idea that he's like, these pythons have fucked up the entire state of Florida, but they won't get me.
God, he's lucky like they didn't bite him.
Maybe
Like, that is some fucking confidence.
That
like,
is-
honestly.
Because
maybe he thought that like what he already had in his pants was gonna like
God.
scare. Oh God, David. Fuck, he
I sent
posted
you
the
that
Squidward thing.
yeah.
Fuck.
So I'm just picturing him walking around like that. It's just, just
Jesus.
huge bulging thighs.
Oh my
from-
God.
Do any of you know people with snakes, like pet snakes?
I knew a guy.
Look, every pet snake owner I know has my pet snake's really docile, except, if you fuck with him too much, he'll just bite you. Because, they're
He'll
animals.
kill you.
No, not kill, because most of these are non-venomous snakes.
Okay, see, the
But-
dude I knew had a venomous snake. He was like, yeah, no, you can pet him, but if he gets, like, the weirdest idea in his head or, like, the light comes through the window in the wrong way, he will kill you.
Now, was he also one of those like snake handling Christians, one of those Pentecostals?
No, but he was an alcoholic.
Well, I'm just saying that the
Okay.
couple of people I know that have had, non-venomous snakes have been bitten by those snakes
Yeah.
because, you can't read a snake's mind.
No.
It looks like it's, okay to handle it, but you pick it up like, oh,
You
no.
know, there's a
You
reason
can't read a snake's mind.
you can't. Okay, who do you know that can read a snake's mind, Andy?
I know myself pretty
You
well.
cannot read a
You speak
snake's
parcel
mind.
tongue?
Oh, yeah. You
I'm
kidding
just
me?
saying, I
Like
know
second nature.
I know the cats in this house pretty well, but, they'll bite the shit out of me if I'm like,
That's true.
take it too far. I'm
Look.
just saying an animal's going to bite you. So,
Do
Look,
you often
how-
take it too far with the cats?
well, yes.
Well, I mean, only in the fact that Mike is a professional cat botherer.
Yes.
Okay,
That's
okay.
my
okay.
calling.
Yeah, he is.
I'm just saying
very
that
good at that.
being confined in a man's pants, I feel would agitate a snake enough to where it would bite.
Yeah, I'm with Mike on
Maybe
this.
maybe
one.
it would see a trouser snake and bite it.
Yeah, and see, the only thing I can think of is that like the trouser snake terrified the other pythons so much they're like, I'm not fucking with this thing.
This is an ugly fucking snake in here.
Yeah,
Has a
holy
turtleneck
A
on.
rifle.
Holy shit, what's wrong with this thing? But also on top of that,
Got one
like,
eye.
the dude I was talking about also had prairie dogs, and one of them bit him and gave him a disease, and he went into a coma for 6 months. So this guy sucked.
I don't know who this
You
is.
know-
You're going to have to tell me later.
I'll beep it
Yeah,
out,
first
but Mike, it
round.
was Mr. Pylant at Roses.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know him personally, but I've
Yeah.
heard stories.
Yeah, no, he's a guy that would his wife would pull up to the store to pick him up and hand him an open beer, and he would chug it instantly so he wouldn't have to come back.
Okay, so he sounds epic as fuck.
He was like a drunken Greek god.
Yeah.
But he got sent into a coma because of a prairie dog.
Because of a prairie dog, not even the snake.
Man.
That's wow.
That's
That is
hardcore.
rough. That is a rough way to go down as a man like that.
Ain't it, though?
I mean, he got better, right?
Yeah, no, he can't. The problem is he got the coma during inventory.
Okay, so here's the question: like, when he got bit by the prairie dog, was it because he was like handling the prairie dog, or was he
Yeah.
trying to like dig into its bro to catch it for food?
No. Jesus Christ. No, he was trying to play with a prairie dog like, hey, this is my little buddy. Ow! I don't feel so good.
Not quite that fast, but
Well, it
sounds
was
like
pretty
the
quick. It was
course
like
of
within
events.
an hour he was down. Like
was
they,
Like, so
Dead.
he
He-
took his prairie dog to work.
coma.
No. It was at home. he
Take
never
your
brought
diseased-
animals to work.
Take your
I
diseased
heard
rodent
you
to
say
work
inventory.
day.
Yeah, but like it happened like the day like the week before inventory prep. So
Well, I didn't know that.
okay, well I'm sorry, I'm explaining now.
Sounds pretty convenient.
Indeed.
Yeah, that does sound a
Yeah,
little.
I'm gonna dip out for 6 months. See you guys.
Yeah, fuck y'all.
Yeah, I got bit by a prairie dog.
Yeah, coming from a man that would chug beers to not be called back into work, that sounds sus.
It's pretty fucking sus, yes. So that's mine. David did
Yes.
one, right? Mike
Yes.
is next.
I guess. I mean,
Well, don't sound so thrilled.
Well, no, I'm just saying, if you're saying I'm next, I'm next. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I haven't been paying attention.
I
I've been just
have podcast juice in me.
making comments, so I guess I'll go first. I'll seize the day.
You go the next one, yes.
So we're not going to talk about Oregon's Swastika Mountain.
Oh God, yeah,
But
no,
just-
I heard
just-
about that.
just know
that
that
was a
We
meme,
promised
and
we wouldn't.
It's getting renamed.
Yes.
So, that's
that's
fine.
that's a plus.
Taken care of. We're not going to talk about the 55 batteries in a woman's body.
What
Highest reported number ever.
were they in battery operated things, or
No, they were just in her. She
I've heard this one.
had that disease where she eats things that are inappropriate.
Oh, you know, this reminds me of that guide to is like the manual for doing things, and one of them was eating a battery and then eating 9 batteries.
Yeah. But there's an X-ray, and it's pretty. Wow, that's a lot of batteries in a colon.
Jesus God Almighty!
Yeah, a lot of like corrosion and everything like that. Like the stuff was like messing with her and
Yeah.
everything like that.
Well, so she came
Fuck.
A lot for who?
in. I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but the short story is she came in and wasn't suffering from any ill effects at first, but after a couple of hours of observation, she started to find discomfort in the what I think it's like 4 pounds of batteries, something like
Oh
that.
my God!
So yeah, that's and so they had to search, and because of the way the intestines had kind of been weighted down by the batteries, they had to surgically remove the main mass because it wasn't passing. But they found 4 more batteries still in there, so they had to quote milk them to her rectum.
Shut up.
So
Yep,
55
shut
batteries.
the fuck up right now.
Yep. Just you,
Don't eat batteries,
fu-
kids.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what's your actual story? Since that wasn't it.
It's
Jesus.
like trying to pull it's like trying to pull a balled up sock out of another sock.
Oh my God.
So
Just trying to squeeze it out of there.
so since we had a sad animal story,
Give us a good one.
so how about video shows missing cat activate owner's doorbell camera in surprise return home.
Oh.
So the cat had been missing from a New York home, Long Island. The 8-year-old cat returned home and couldn't get anyone's attention, so it mimicked what saw the kids had done and rang the doorbell.
Now, how long was the cat missing?
Let's see. I did not quite read that part yet.
Now, do you get your sources from the Trailer Park Boys podcast? Because both of these stories were on their podcast
Oh
recently.
A
wow.
lot of this is HuffPo.
Oh
This is
wow.
HuffPo.
Okay.
HuffPo.
Yeah.
Is that like Hufflepuff?
2 weeks.
Oh,
Oh wow. That's.
that's so cute.
I'm
Yeah.
so glad we have this. Thank you.
Yeah.
And
So,
then the state of North Dakota put the cat down.
so the cat
God
loves.
damn it,
God damn it.
David. Fuck.
So the cat Apparently, after this method was successful, since the cat loves going outside and exploring, continues to use this method to be let in.
Oh, that is adorable. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, he learned it. He's not gonna
Yeah.
just forget it.
All of a
Well,
sudden, he
she-
starts coming back with other cats as well.
The cat's name is Lily.
Oh,
Hey, can we like
Lily
chill
the
here?
kitty.
You guys got any pretzels or like what's the deal?
Oh,
Just wanna
that's.
play some Xbox.
I
No,
still.
the real fun part of the story that they didn't mention was the fact that like when the cat wants to go outside, he tells them, "Let me out."
It speaks.
Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out,
All
let me out.
right.
I have a friend that says he had a talking cat, and I've seen video, and it does sound like a cat talking.
Now,
but
was that movie Talking Cat? Do you
a
remember that movie?
talking cat? Yeah. No, that's how you say the name of that movie. It's not a talking cat. It is a talking cat. But
Isn't that just Look Who's Talking Too?
no, that was
No.
3. It's
Oh,
Look Who's
3. Oh,
Talking
yeah.
Now.
Look Who's Talking Now.
Yeah.
Shit. You got me. You
No,
got me.
it's okay, man. It's okay. It's confusing because holy shit, who gives a fuck after the first one? But
Apparently not audiences.
oh wow, guys, this is completely unrelated. Did you know that there's a historical marker in New Hampshire for the Betty and Barney Hill abduction?
Ooh, that's cool.
Makes sense.
That's great. And
What else they got? The old man fell down.
the old man
mountain.
fell down. Oh
The
yes,
old man on the mountain. Yeah.
yes,
fell
yes. I
down.
hate
So,
that. I hate that.
Like, what else they got? Yeah.
Yeah. But we're actually going to do an episode about the Betty and Barney Hill abduction in the future because it's going to be fucking great.
It's one of those classics you have to
It
cover.
really is. And I want to, like, put our own spin on it because I've got thoughts on certain aspects of that story. Mike,
What
you're...
we'll do is we'll voice act that. I'll do Barney Rebel. Kevin can do Betty Rebel. And we'll just do those voices.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah, no, we'll
I
just do
thought
it as
you
the
were-
Flintstones.
Thought you were talking about like doing the Flintstones.
Yeah. I've seen that art.
Do Barney Rubble,
I'm
Kevin.
going to do Barney. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Wilmer or Betty? Who is hotter?
Hey, Fred.
Wilmer
It
or
was
Betty? You had to choose
Betty.
one. Yeah.
Probably
Betty. Flat out Betty.
Nah, Wilma all the way.
What the fuck, dude?
And that's
The
why you'll never
redhead?
come back to this podcast.
Yeah, no,
Dude.
it's just no. Look,
Foxy redhead, man.
I'm sorry,
telling you
man.
every
They're,
time.
they're both great. I would not be upset with
True.
either of them.
okay,
Yes.
that's
No,
fair,
Betty-
but
Betty does have more like sexual energy that she gives off, but I don't know. Wilma's.
I don't know,
Like,
she's got
shouldn't
more
have been
energy.
drinking Coke
close
when
to
you
the
said
best,
that.
I think.
well, my problem is the fact that I'm pretty sure Fred probably abuses Wilma, and
What?
like she looks beaten. to
Oh,
me.
and Barney's a fucking.
Barney is a cuck.
I don't
more
know,
likely
Kevin.
than a saint,
If
yeah.
if either of them were, domineering their husbands, that's
Hey,
Wilma.
hey, Betty, I'm gonna.
Wilma wore the pants in that family.
I don't know. You
Oh,
don't
yeah,
know.
absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
Dino, kind of, but yeah.
Well,
What have I done?
You have made a vast mistake, my friend.
can I change my answer to Wilma now?
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
God damn it. All right, we got 2 Bettys and 2 Wilmas. That's fine.
Now let's watch them
Right.
fight in a tub full of jelly.
Deal.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, let's move
Deal.
on. We finished our stories for the week. Let's move on to X. I think X needs to give it to us like we want to give it to Betty and or Wilma.
All right, so I just have a fun one. We're all familiar with the story of John Titor here, right?
I am. Mike, are you familiar with John Titor?
The name's familiar. You probably
The
talked to me
time
about him.
traveler that was posting on internet forums around the year 98, 99, 2000, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
We're gonna
And,
have to cover him.
Yes, we will do one about him. Andy, you're familiar with John Titor?
No, not really.
Okay, well, basically, this guy shows up. He called in to Coast to Coast, he emailed Coast to Coast AM, hosted by Art Bell, talking about how he was time traveling, and he posted on forums. He basically traveled into the past to get, what was it, an old IBM computer that
Yeah.
had the ability to debug more advanced computers.
Oh, okay.
And that's actually logically sound.
yeah,
The
no,
logic
it's-
behind it. That's the scary part about the story was like how much it made sense. Like
Yeah.
whoever was doing the theoretical work here.
Right, and the fact that he said, like, this is the future I'm from. This is not the future you're going to get because by time traveling into the past, I've automatically created an alternate reality. but these are the things I can tell you about my world, that the United States is going to have a civil war in such and such year because of presidential election. And I'm like, wow, we're only like 20 years off. Go figure. So anyway, let's move forward with your John Titor story.
Okay, so there's usually that misconception that he like a lot of people don't seem to realize he mentioned he was from a timeline.
Yeah, the
another
world
timeline.
line. World line is
Yeah, the
what
world
he used.
line.
But yeah, it's basically
So-
a different timeline, like Back to the Future with the alternate 85 and all that.
Yeah, so this is a post from someone who clearly didn't understand the full story because he makes a fundamental mistake, but I thought we could maybe talk about
Okay.
John Titor a little bit. So
Sure.
his subject of his post was John Titor from another timeline instead.
Well,
So-
yeah, he said it.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see how the thread responds to it.
Oh,
But
oh,
his
God,
post
yeah.
is,
Wait, instead of another world line, or instead of what?
World
instead of
line and
just being from
timeline
the
are
future.
basically the same thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, this person was probably under the impression that John Titor was just a time traveler, and it wasn't. I mean, he was a time traveler, but he creates alternate realities. Okay.
Okay, got it.
So, hello, John Titor is someone often brought up as a real time traveler. But of course, when reviewing all of what he said, it seems that his predictions did not come true.
Because
or at least only a few of them did happen in some way or fashion.
He built in an excuse in his story, all right?
Could it be that he was telling the truth and that he was simply from another timeline altogether?
I think I answered that in my explanation, goddammit.
Exactly. Something I find interesting is the mention of CERN producing a contained singularity engine. I'm sure you are all well aware that CERN has been brought up in X other times unrelated to John Titor. It truly seems like the timelines match up in some ways, with the events like America's Civil War possibly being pushed farther down our timeline. I predict America's Civil War will occur maybe 2024 or 2020 or 2030. John predicted it to occur in the 2000s, and we're well aware that it never happened in that time frame.
It was a
So-
secret war.
So I think either this is a person who just doesn't really know what the story is, or it could be a LARP, or it could be someone trying to be a misinformation agent.
I'm gonna go with they're stupid because they're on X.
Yeah, that's true. I like that the person's like, they reply to the thread, well, expect more replies, but I guess this isn't a particularly popular topic for others. And then someone's replies, X doesn't care about time travel or plausible stuff anymore. It's all about flat Earth, nobody BS, or some moronic stuff.
I've been saying that for so long.
Okay, here's someone else responding. It's not that X doesn't care. It's because 4chan has become nothing more than a honeypot propaganda machine for the government agencies. The flat Earth and nobody threads are just there to shit up the board and steer any real type of discussion away. Plus, those threads are easier to populate with bots in order to make the site seem more populated than it actually is. Essentially, the site is compromised and anything interesting will be suppressed and ignored. There's a lot going on in this thread so
That's
far.
wow. That's a surprisingly astute observation.
So yeah, obviously, this person, but I think the reason I chose this one is mostly because the other thread sucked.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, it is
But-
X.
But also, there is some interesting connections to things we've discussed.
Right.
But also, if we're talking about how
feel-
misinformation works with government agencies.
Well, I feel like if anything is dead internet theory incarnate, I have a feeling like 4chan is it.
Or it's becoming
Yeah,
it.
so it's very, and then someone makes up a good point here. They reply, I don't know much about Titor, but those predictions just sound like some things that someone a couple decades ago would invent based on current issues of their day.
Well, yeah, I mean,
yeah,
predictions
so
are
the-
basically all predictions and psychic stuff. Typically, when they're faked, are the ability to read the room, and all you have to do
Right.
is look at global politics at a certain point and go,
Well-
"Well, this is where I think this is going."
Now, when did the Titor story first start happening?
Around 98, 99, 2000.
So this just would have been just shortly after, Waco and the Oklahoma City bombing, and then
And,
that.
Yeah, like around the time Bill Clinton, and it became very partisan in Congress.
Yeah, so Yeah, no, again, there's not a whole lot going on in this thread aside from people kind of like dunking on this dude.
Sure,
But
which
but
that's the
also
best
just
part.
but also just the idea that like that one post about it being kind of like a honeypot for government agencies, and the way that this post reads, you remember a few probably it was like more like a couple months ago, you're talking about that guy who was on the subreddits like asking people, paying them to say bad
Yes.
shit about somebody. It kind of
Right.
feels like it's information gathering of
Yeah.
that sort.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a lot of stuff on X has that feel to it these days. And the same, like, it's even still doing that on the UFO subreddits, because people are still bitching, saying, like, how come every time we post something, it gets shot down by the mods saying, well, this is obviously fake. And, you know, I don't mean to be that guy, but it's like, seriously, you saw a fucking airliner.
Right. You know, and like we're definitely gonna have to do an episode on John Titor for sure. But like
Oh,
I'm also
yeah.
like I'm just kind of browsing X, and I keep seeing this thing about like cosmic fungus, and I really
What?
need to look into that. This is like the third week in a row that I've seen the
Just call
cosmic
them
death.
mushrooms.
Yeah, no, it's called Cosmic Death Fungus General. So it is a fucking general thread. Every
What
week
the
they
fuck?
have a new discussion on cosmic death fungus.
I want to know what the fuck is happening in that field that
I
there's a
found a
new
PDF.
post.
I found a PDF.
Okay, save that for later. We'll go
Yeah.
into that.
Save me some cosmic fungus for later.
Yeah, I don't want that on my pizza, man. Jesus.
Yeah, so 4chan kind of failed me this week.
That's
but-
okay. It happens. It can't all be gold. 'Cause
No.
it's 4chan.
Okay, no, this is fantastic. Cosmic Death Fungus, a primer on an ancient enemy.
What the hell? What are these? The Archons?
Do you want me to just read the background? It's just one page.
Yeah, please do.
Okay.
Yeah,
Background.
Mike, strap in. This is gonna be fun.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. Background. We are a collective of scientists, geneticists, researchers, professors, and philosophers.
Uh-huh,
What you are
and-
about to read
and
may
I'm
be
a
the single
wagon.
most. What you are about to read may be the single most important thing you learn in regards to your health and longevity. I'm going
Shit.
to break this down in the simplest, most non-scientific way possible. Sources and more detail will be provided as we dig deeper. Fungus broke our genetic code as humans approximately 15,000 years ago. We've traced it to a specific geolocation and point in time. The fungus affected our IL-17 and IL-22 cytokine pathways, CARD9 and STAT1 gene, allowing chronic systemic infection while we are still in the womb. It takes yearly control of our bodily systems and uses us as a food source. It is intelligent and can work in colonies or as one organized collective. It is responsible for nearly every disease known, and allopathic doctors are trained specifically to look everywhere but the root of the problem. It causes brain disorders, tooth decay, heart problems, organ problems, degrades your eyesight, slows down your brain process, is a primary cause of cancer, anxiety, depression, gout, skin disorders, myalgias, sclerosis, damages your DNA, and is one of the primary hidden factors of aging itself.
So what you're saying is that it's responsible for every goddamn thing wrong with me right now.
I believe you. Who do I
Yeah.
sue?
Okay, yeah. Who do I?
I
Is
feel
this
like I need to buy something
mesothelioma?
from Alec Jones.
Yeah. Oh
The
god.
majority of the world population is predisposed to have a lifetime infection and pass it down generationally to their children.
Wait,
It influences your thoughts, behaviors, and eating habits. It prompts deviant and impulsive behavior. It destroys your hormone balance. It can cause a lifetime of illness, depression, and anxiety. No coordinated effort has been made to fight this hidden abomination until now, which is why we must remain nameless, and you need to share this information with loved ones. We can all win if we raise public awareness. This sounds like a fucking LARP.
Yeah.
I
Mike,
mean, deviant behavior,
I
radio, it's right there.
I guess.
Yep.
Mike, you were gonna
Take
say
that as a
something.
I was going to say I had athlete's foot once. Did that cause it?
Probably. Wow, there are a lot of
fungus.
links in here.
Oh, I bet there's a lot of fucking links in there.
Well, these are to like online science databases, like journals and that sort of thing. This is interesting. This is,
Yeah, I
looking
mean,
at-
sure, if you're down for losing your goddamn mind, I guess.
Maybe I need to lose my mind a little bit.
Why I listen to this show?
I don't have much more mind to lose, really.
Wow, these are very complicated threads. Like, there's a lot of replies. I don't know what this is. This is kind of terrifying in a lot of ways.
Okay.
Yeah, no, just like the discussion, like I don't know if it's a LARP, but there's enough replies here where like they seem to be treating it as something serious.
David, can I thank you for posting the A Talking Cat cover in general?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow. We're gonna have to look into this. This is fantastic.
So, all right. Since we've got one of our normal questioners on the show tonight, we're going to do the one from Ghost Forge, and then, Andy, if you have any, feel free to ask away. So,
okay.
Our first question, which you get a chance to answer with us, is from Ghost Forge. And what fantasy or sci-fi novels do you think are most likely to have spawned mimetic beings based on their contents? Which, it's an egregore or a tulpa, basically. And I'm going to go ahead and throw a stipulation in there. You cannot say Freddy Krueger.
So I read this question earlier, like in anticipation of being on the show and everything, and it made zero sense to me. And
Okay,
so
well, the basic idea is...
I honestly need someone to explain it.
Okay, the basic idea is what monster or what creature from a fantasy or sci-fi novel, or I'm going to say TV show or movie, do you think has started to exist because people believed in it, like a tulpa?
Oh, so Slender Man, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, in the sense that like didn't like two girls like kill their friend based on that?
Try to, yes.
Was that okay? Yeah, I didn't know if that was a myth.
Yeah, no, that happened.
wrapped
That
into
that
another
happened.
myth
There's a
or whatever,
documentary
yeah.
about it, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You guys go first. Yeah.
Okay, David?
I am going to say, I just had it on the tip of my tongue, and I just totally forgot about it. I think it's maybe because it's fucking with my memory or something.
Well, shit.
Yeah, no,
Mike,
maybe
you got
it doesn't
one?
want to be revealed.
Falco from the Neverending Story.
Falcor?
Falcor.
Falcor. Okay.
Falco, from the band that did
Oh, Falco.
Amadeus.
Right, man, Amadeus.
Just
Amadeus.
Falco from Star Fox.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah. Okay, there you
Into
go.
the air.
No, Falcor, just because.
Falcor, because
got
you want a
nothing
luck
better.
dragon.
I got nothing better.
Okay.
Because I don't believe in that stuff, and so I don't.
Sure. Yeah.
see-
No, you don't believe in that sort of thing.
I think if you're gonna ask that question, you just have to go with a popularity contest. Because if by those rules, it'd probably be the thing that's most popular and has the most people thinking about it, and
Sure.
then it would be I don't know, fucking.
Well, you know what? I'm honestly from novels. I'm gonna say Dracula,
Yeah.
and from films, I'm honestly gonna go with Candyman. Because there are people that swear that Candyman happens, and I'm like, that was a movie, dude.
Well,
Not to-
then again, Candyman is also kind of a retelling of the whole Bloody Mary.
Oh, I know. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it works. So it works into the collective unconscious to a certain extent, like Slender Man does.
So honest. I want everyone here to answer honestly. Would you go into a darkened bathroom, look in the mirror, and say Candyman 3 times?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay, just making sure nobody.
How about
was
you?
Like, oh yeah.
Okay.
Like a
Well, that
pop-
was a real talking point.
Yeah.
Dang it! I was hoping someone would be like, nah, man, just in case.
No.
Yeah.
I'm sure there
It's
are
like-
listeners that wouldn't.
It's like that.
Sure.
It's like
I
that
mean-
little comic about the two fighters fighting. One of them starts doing the Kamehameha. And it's like at the press interview afterwards, it's like, now I'm pretty sure he couldn't do it, but I wasn't about to take a chance.
All right. And I'm gonna ruin someone's day right now. Candyman.
You got to say it in the mirror. though.
And now we have a dead listener.
Somebody's dead. Somebody's dead. Go back, rewind the podcast, and do that again, looking in the mirror, see what happens.
But no, Kevin. Like when you mentioned Dracula, yeah, I would definitely say I'm with you on that because the sense of what the vampire was prior to Dracula, I would say even
It was
before
more-
Dracula,
yeah.
there was John Polidori's vampire, which was like Dracula borrows heavily from that as well.
Sure.
So, but the idea of
But
a
Dracula was the
European
much more
aristocrat-
popular.
Yeah, because like if you're thinking about vampires prior to like that image,
I mean,
they were feral like people who rose out of the grave. You know what I mean?
yeah, they're like rat men.
sophistication yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, like, fucking Anne Rice owed her entire career to the existence of Dracula.
I think I've got mine.
Okay.
So like when I think of fantasy novels, the first thing that I usually think of is like the Where's Waldo series.
Okay.
And so I think, like, honestly, the Where's Waldo series has spawned mimetic beings based on Waldo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Everywhere that I go, if I'm in, like seriously, if I'm in a big enough crowd, I am constantly looking out for Waldo.
Every comic
Yeah,
convention,
guy.
man.
Exactly. Big glasses, the hat, the shirt, like all of it. I'm constantly looking out for that guy, and it's like to the point where I can't even really, well, like you said at conferences, like be comfortable even.
Yeah, and I'm just
So-
going to say, after my trip to Dragon Con, I've come to the conclusion I will never dress as Waldo, because every person I saw dressed as Waldo, somebody's like, I found him! Yo, I found him! And I'm like, I couldn't live with that shit.
Maybe
Yeah,
these
meanwhile,
people
there's
are
some
just
dude with a
lost.
red and white striped shirt. He's like, I just want to live my life.
Although I would say one of my early Dragon Cons, we went to a nearby liquor store, not Sal's, Kevin, but a different one.
Okay.
And when we came out, standing outside was a man dressed as Waldo
Yeah.
and a woman dressed as Carmen Sandiego.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Where in the world were you?
Atlanta.
Oh, okay. I could see it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Living in Chattanooga, yeah, it's just a
Oh,
couple
yeah.
hours south.
Yeah. Dude, you need to go to Dragon Con next year and meet up.
So, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Because we got a room already. We're good.
It is.
I
a
saw
grand
y'all's
time.
pictures looked awesome.
It is fucking awesome, yeah. So, that's it for wait, no, it's not.
No,
Andy.
we got some Sam. Oh.
Andy, do you have any questions?
Um,
You've got us here.
I don't know. I honestly like. I don't know if I do. I really, other than just like dumb ones, like what's your favorite cryptid or what's your favorite,
Sure, yeah. No,
like
yeah.
all right. Going on the Where's Waldo like tear. Going on that. What do you wish was a cryptid that isn't, or that isn't, commonly thought of as such? Because like I would argue
Okay.
that Waldo could be
Right.
thought of as such if the right people got behind it.
Sure, yeah. If we turned it into an egregore, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yes, that's the word. Yes.
Yeah. Mike, what do you wish
I-
was a cryptid?
I don't know. I mean, you had to call on me first, didn't you?
Yeah,
Bastard.
the skeptic. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's go with David and then me and then Mike. So, David, what do you wish?
Can it be a fictional thing from like a franchise or something
God,
like that?
yeah. Let's
Oh,
go with
absolutely.
Okay.
There are no rules here.
Okay, so I have two.
that. Okay.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ooh, nice. Because I
Just
think they're
living
kind
in the
of
Sears,
are.
New York, baby. Living in
Yeah.
the Sears, New York. Everybody sees them jumping on the rooftops. Like, what are those green frog things? Hey, forget about it.
Yeah.
And then the other one is Chucky from the Chucky franchise.
Oh,
I
fuck
yeah,
that.
Damn it, jeez.
yeah, just Chucky the killer doll. Like, I hope there's an entire
Oh.
like I hope at some point in the show that's airing, there's going to be like someone who's like puts a Chucky site together, like ChuckySightings.com.
Ooh.
He's like, we're like, we found video of a Chucky, that sort of thing. I would love
Okay.
for that to be a thing.
Ooh, okay.
That's cool.
That's cooler than I thought I would
Yeah.
get. Yeah.
So mine takes a little setup. When I worked at a mental health facility, we had a suggestions box out front, and we also had a bowl of candy next to it. And one of our favorite things to put out there was butterscotch candy. And one day, I opened the box of the suggestions, and one of them just says in very crudely written, not childish, but crudely written letters, "Get more butterscotch." And the butterscotch has become a thing with me and several people that used to work there. And I'm going to go with the butterscotch.
Yeah, I do not blame you. If
Yeah.
you've got a setup like butterscotch, yeah, you can't waste it.
I mean, I don't know if it secretes butter or it eats butter or what, but I want the butterscotch to be a thing.
Well,
Squash is butter.
Well, there's butter squash.
No, it's different, man. That's different. I want the butterscotch. It's got to be a big hairy biped.
Yeah, it's not butternut squash.
Yeah, that's different.
Different.
Butternut squash is what it does when it's horny. That's a completely different thing.
I mean, to be fair, same.
Yeah, okay, that's... ugh.
Yeah, don't worry.
Ugh. Okay, Mike, given David's answer and my answer, what do you wish was a cryptid?
I'm going to go with Creepy Garfield.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, I love creepy Garfield.
Fuck. Damn, dude, nice.
Yeah.
Which one? The one that like ate the whole house? It's like, I'm sorry, John, I was hungry.
Yes. Well, it's one any of the all. He changes.
Yeah.
That's
The
part of his
Lovecraftian Garfield beast.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, John. I ate everyone.
It's also like that Marmaduke, where Marmaduke is just like
Oh.
all flesh. And like, Marmaduke, you were a dog once. A dog.
Have you guys seen the weird-ass CGI Marmaduke comics they did on Something Awful, where it's like, Marmaduke, get off the couch. You're not supposed to be there. And like a giant spider leg comes out and then like a whole spider and it devours his owner.
No, and I won't.
And the
sounds
one
great.
where Marmaduke, like his eyes start glowing red, and the guy's like, Marmaduke, you a dog, you no be an Italian restaurant, and he turns the guy's hands into Santa Claus heads, and it's like, ho ho ho, moshi moshi, and they take off and like kill him in the void of space.
What
You're
the
having a
fuck are you
stroke
on?
right now.
See, that sounds fine.
This is from Something Awful.
Kevin, you need to stop smoking that shit.
I'm not smoking shit, motherfucker.
I like the resurgence of like Marmaduke, Garfield, and Heathcliff.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
just
it's
the weird,
great. Well, I
absurdist
love
nature
that.
of it all now.
I love that, like, the actual Heathcliff comics have become that.
Have you guys seen the Twitter account that's like Pornhub comments on Heathcliff comics?
No.
It's so good.
Oh
It is
my God.
So good.
You're going to have to
Because,
link
like-
that somewhere in the Discord.
Okay, yeah, because obviously, like Heathcliff being a cat, there's a lot of wow, look at that pussy comments and
Oh,
stuff.
God.
And I don't think you have to bleep that for this purpose. I'm talking about a cat.
Oh, my God.
But,
yeah,
um,
no, I got
yeah,
you.
no,
No, it's a cat.
Dude, there's so many, and like there's so many like AI generated ones that are better than anything any of us could do.
Oh, God. That's great.
I'll
Yeah, please link
know
that in
the
the
weirdest-
Discord.
The weirdest branch of Heathcliff lore was the Cadillac cats, because they had the
You know.
the one cat in the leggings.
Yeah, okay. They weren't
It
leggings.
helped several people awaken sexually.
All right,
Yes.
number one, they were not leggings. They were leg warmers. And number
warmers.
two, I know.
Look, that ship launched 1 million furries.
That song, that opening theme was a banger though.
Heathcliff, no one should. Yeah, no, I love that song,
terrorize
man.
the neighborhood.
That's fucking great. Oh, God, yeah. And that was a Deke.
Like, why the fuck do I even remember that they were called the Cadillac cats?
I don't
Why do I know this?
Because we're in a Cadillac, and you're a nerd. You're a giant
Oh, yeah, they
fucking
had-
nerd.
fair.
They had the Cadillac that didn't
It
turn
is-
into a boat or
It
some
was
shit.
just like
It's
the
pointless
Gadget
knowledge,
Mobile.
and
Yeah.
I collect pointless knowledge easily.
Hey,
so
same
that-
here, man.
You're wearing a Cadillac Cats shirt right now.
Holy shit, I am.
Weird.
Holy
It's
God!
weird because I don't wear a shirt when I podcast, so it's technically a tattoo on my chest. How did you know?
It's a
God.
I was gonna
tattoo.
say, I thought, okay, they told me, all right, David's gonna show up without a shirt. It's gonna be weird. And then all of a sudden, there's this weird Heathcliff shirt.
Yeah, except it's
and it
his
turns
skin.
out it's just chest hair that's been
And it
dyed
turns
into-
out-
He's styled his chest hair into Cleo from
It's-
Heathcliff.
that was her name.
Burned
That
into the
was-
skin.
Oh my god.
He's
Now
been
I know what to search
branded.
for.
Not a deep cut, but a deep cut for me.
Oh yeah.
It was Cleo, Wordsworth.
Mungo was the big guy.
Mungo was the big
Riff
one.
Raff
Riff
was a
Raff.
little dude, and I can't remember.
Now this
Steve.
just sounds like Top Cat and his friends.
It
Mike.
kind of does.
What's with all these street cats?
Jeff.
Jeff
It was Herman.
Heathcliff.
It was Hyman. Hyman, you locked us in the basement again. All right. Well, that's it for this week, guys. I think we've gone far enough with this. So that's aged all of us. So
I think we've gone too far with this.
yes, Andy, thank you so much for being on the show, man. You're a witty motherfucker. He is always submitting stuff on the What's It Called podcast, and every one he does is a banger. It's great. I can't think of an episode where you haven't been mentioned.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's I try.
I know, and I'm very trying. So, well, anyway, dude, thank you again for being on. We'll get you back on soon, and I'll be on your show soon. It will be a never-ending cycle.
Yeah, absolutely. Go follow Flagged for content. Flagged the number 4 content on most of the shit, and yeah.
Yeah, you two are going to be going back and forth so much. It's a real snowball of content.
Oh, God, shut up.
I don't see a problem with that.
It's like podswap.avi. So,
Yeah, sounds great.
Yeah. So, again, don't forget to check us out. You can find links to everything, including our Discord, on supernatpod.rocks. You can hit us up on Twitter with questions, comments, and thoughts. Again, on Twitter, at supernatpod. You can find David on Twitter, at HPComic. That's HPKOMIC. And you can find links to everything he does. And you can find Mike here every week. Being
in his box.
What's that?
You find Mike in his box.
Yes. In the Mike
got a little
box. Yes.
Put him away every episode.
Every episode, we put him away and we stick him under the bed.
No, I don't want to go back in the box.
You're going back in the fucking box.
I'm a real boy.
You're not a real boy.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I'm not just a computer with a deep, sultry voice.
Actually, the only computer here is I'm still convinced that Clark Wayne is an AI that Mike wrote and runs the station for us and became sentient.
No, because I'm not paying for the station.
That's true. I did tell Sam that Clark Wayne is an AI and he looks like Papa Smurf with a sword cane. So, all right. So, thanks again for listening. Andy, thank you for being on.
Yeah, thanks.
Mike and David, thank you for being my co-hosts, as always.
Sure.
And we will see you guys next week. So until then, stay safe and stay frosty. Goodbye.
And now's the part where we talk and it's like
Yeah,
on the outro
yeah.
and shit.
Yeah, that's where that's.
no one should
should
terrorize the neighborhood.
Yeah, this is the part where it basically fades out and we're all a bunch of losers.
And I got nothing
Hey,
shocking to say
Yeah,
this
no,
time.
that's like my favorite part of every episode.
Okay,
Really?
Mike, get back in the box.
I honestly
No.
fast forward.
Get back in the box!
I'm not getting in the box.
Get in the
You can't
box!
make me.
Get the fucking